thought they were really active on the defensive end, made us rush a lot of shots. The presence of Vandenberg in the paint has been big for them. I thought we missed a lot of shots in the paint, or he blocked them. You know, that you know, he's been a real presence for them since he's come back, and certainly TJ Warren does what he always does. He's a tremendous player, and did a great job, especially in the first half. We had a hard time stopping him. You know, and it's tough when you have to keep grinding through when you can't, you know, you can't put the ball in the basket. You know, we were getting some good looks. We had a hard time scoring inside, but I thought we had some good looks from the perimeter from some of our players that normally shoot the ball really well, and it just wasn't there tonight. And you know, it makes it hard, you know, mentally for a player, you know, when you can't make shots and you're trying to keep fighting. But NC State was good. You know, they deserved to win the game, obviously, and you know, we gotta get back home and get to work and try to keep getting better. So I'm open for any questions.
Obviously, there's a lot of firsts and things like that for you in this job, but coming back to a place like this that you have spent some time in as an opposing coach,
Sure.
Is it different? I mean, do you feel more comfortable in a place like this?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been a part of a lot of games in this building, so I did notice that they changed the visiting locker rooms this year, so that was something I noticed right away. But you know, I've been a part of a lot of great games in this building, win some, lost some. You know, it's always great tradition in this triangle. You know, for the better part of about 20 years, the last 28 years of my life, I've been in this area. So, you know, there's no question it's going to be special coming back. And but you know, disappointed in the way we played. We all got to do. I got to do a better job. We have to get better, and we're a work in progress. You know, we have Drew Crawford, who's a tremendous player, as a senior, and then we have a lot of guys who are trying to find themselves right now. So sometimes you go through some growing pains with that, and that's what happened tonight, because we played a hungry team that capitalized on a lot of our weaknesses.
Are you still trying to find yourself as a head coach too?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I'm 9 games in, so you know, I mean, I have a lot to learn. There's no question about it, and you know, the only way you learn is through experiences, and you know, you figure out. You know, my feeling, and I've always felt this way with coaching. You have to take the group that you're given and try to make the most out of it, and try to make them be the best unit they can be. And you know, tonight I didn't do a good job of that. And you know, there's no one more critical of me than I am. And so you know, I have a lot to learn. I'm 9 games into my career, and you know, I feel like I'm going to coach for a long time. And with each game, you know, you have to learn from your experiences, good and bad.
Chris, it was weird seeing that much zone from you. Is that something you see changing as you get your players in, or are you comfortable with zone?
Yeah, I mean, I have been disowned by Coach K for playing so much zone. I'm kicked out of the family for that. But look, we have to play some zone. We're a little bit depleted. We don't have a lot of depth. You know, our front line is a little depleted. We don't have a lot of big bodies. And sometimes the zone enables us to protect the basket a little better. You know, we have to mix up our defenses. We're not the kind of team that can just come after you. You know, and that's okay. And that's who we are. We have to try to make the most of the guys that we do have right now. And then as we continue to build our program and you know, and get guys that can do more things, or you know, be a little more aggressive defensively. Obviously, that's in my past, and I like to be aggressive defensively. But you know, with this group, we have to, you know, with the guys we have to be a little bit more conservative with what we do.
Coach, have you seen any growth? What growth have you seen over Warren from last year to this year?
I've seen a lot of growth. First of all, you notice physically, you know, you can tell he's really worked on getting in great shape. He's a lot thinner, you know, noticeably his body looks great. I just admire the way he plays, because, you know, he's a scorer he's very unique, because he's always moving, you know, and you watch him on film, and, you know, he just has a knack for, you know, when finding that open area and cutting and moving without the ball. And he scores in a lot of ways. He can post, he can shoot it. He's a great cutter. He gets to the foul line, and, you know, he'll be one of the leading scorers, if not the leading scorer in the ACC this year. I mean, that's what he's always done. I mean, he's been a scorer by trade. It's just, you know, with last year, it was hard to, You know, they had so much talent last year. You know, it was like it was going to be hard for him to get 15 shots in a game with Lorenzo Brown and C.J. Leslie and Scott Wood and Richard Howell and Rodney Purvis. And so, you know, I think what he's done is he knows he's the leader now. He knows he's the guy, and he's playing great.
Chris, this may be a stretch, but at a program that really doesn't have a strong history in basketball, can you look at what Coach Cutcliffe has done with football at Duke and take anything from what he's doing to what...
Absolutely. I think it's a great question, and the answer is yes. I mean, I saw what he walked into. I was there when he got the job, what that program was like, the attitude around that program. And he's, you know, it's taken him 6 years, but it's amazing what he's done. You know, little by little, every year they've gotten a little better, and they've made a little progress, and they've changed the culture one step at a time, and the recruiting little by little has gotten better, and then all of a sudden there's a belief, and you know, it's incredible and amazing what he's done, and certainly he's a role model for me as I take this on, because there's a lot of potential where I'm at a great school with a commitment that people that want to win, everybody's on the same page, and it's just going to take some time, you know, and that's going to be, for me, that's going to be the hardest part, because as a competitor, you know, you want to fight every night, you know, and you just got to understand, you know, baby steps, and you got to take the progress as it comes, and there's going to be growing pains like tonight. You know, it's a tough night for our team, and how are we going to respond from it? And a lot of that's going to be on me and how I am with my team. But to get back to your question, what Coach Cutcliffe has done is definitely something that I look at, and he's a great role model for me as I take this on. Yeah.
Coach, I'm sorry if you were asked, but I mean, the shooting, did you like the shots you were getting? Was it just one of those nights where things weren't falling, kind of all of the above?
I think it was a combination of, I thought we got good shots from the perimeter that we didn't hit, and then I really felt like Vandenberg's presence in the paint made us miss a lot in the lane. You know, he's a real presence for them defensively. He blocked 5 shots, but he probably altered 6 or 7 others, you know, just by having to try to shoot over them, or you're trying to get around them that don't go as block shots. And so it made it hard for us to score inside. And, you know, so look, our margin for error is very slim. You know, and for us to beat a good team, especially on the road, you know, we have to shoot the ball well. And I did feel like a number of our threes, you know, we went 6 for 22, but, you know, a number of our guys that, you know, normally make shots that just collectively it was one of those nights, and then we weren't able to dig down and then win with our defense. We gave up way too many points in the paint. I mean, 38 to 10 points in the paint is going to be a bad recipe. Yes.
It looked like Cobb got hurt at the end, the second half. Do you know what that injury
I think he just had cramps. I mean, I'll get back with our medical staff, you know, once we get, but I don't think it's anything that's going to last into the next game or anything. I think he cramped up, and it's something he's been dealing with a little bit. In 2 or 3 of our games, he has cramped up, and you know, we have to do a better job of trying to avoid that, because we need him on the floor. He's one of our best players.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thank you guys.